Now, moving on, the Center for Climate Change and Food Security, CCCFS, is alleging that the genetically modified cowpea, BT cowpea, which is to be released onto the Ghanaian market by the Savannah Agriculture Research Institute, contains the highest toxin ever seen in a transgenic plant. They are therefore asking the National Biosafety Agency to make full disclosure of the processes leading to a granting of permission. He spoke on News Desk Monday.
Is that if you look at the application data provided by the applicants, they mention the concentrations of particular toxin known as the Cry1A toxin. It's a toxin that is produced when the genes of, because I don't want to go into the technical details, but what is happening is that this toxin is the highest we've seen so far in all transgenic plants. And transgenic plants are plants that are modified genetically. And when we look at data on genetic modifications of other plants, we have them telling us that they have over about 22 microgram per gram. So 22 microgram per gram of this toxin is what they found in the plants that are to be released environmentally. And if you look at how they gloss over this chilling information, it's quite alarming, and we are surprised that the NBA doesn't take this seriously. If you compare the data, look at other transgenic plants, you'll see that what is going to be released, and this is just how do I call it? It's a preliminary finding, because we don't know the long-term effect of the concentration of this toxin that I've mentioned.
So why would the National Biosafety Agency allow such a produce to be released onto the market? Joining us with some answers is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Biosafety Agency, Eric Amening Okere. Thank you so much, sir, for agreeing to join us this morning. What informed the decision to grant the permission for the release of the GM cowpea?
So thank you very much for giving us the space and time to explain the processes involved in releasing genetically modified organisms in Ghana. And with the BT cowpea from SARI as a typical case study. So I'll take my time to take the public through. So the application was submitted by SARI as the public is informed. And what we do as part of the protocol is to review it for its completeness. In other words, we want to find out whether the applicant has given us all the information that we require from him or her. So the application from SARI was found to be complete. According to the biosafety law, when it's complete like that, what we do is to, one, gazette it. That is the law. We gazette it for public notice. And in addition to the gazetting, and also to be fair to the public, we put it on our website that the National Biosafety Authority has received so and so application from SARI intending to release BT cowpea into the environment and placing on the market in Ghana. And so if anybody has any comment, he or she must inform or bring that comment to the National Biosafety Authority. In addition, we put it in the print media. Here I'm referring to the Daily Graphic and Ghanaian Times. So the National Biosafety Authority did that requirement of the biosafety law to enable the public respond and bring up their concerns to be factored into the decision. Then we went to the next stage by referring the application to the Technical Advisory Committee, which is an independent body that does risk assessment. It's a group of scientists. In fact, let me say most of them are PhD holders, and the list is postgraduate master's level. So they scrutinized it as far as its risks is concerned, and then came up with their reports. And when they did it that way, they looked at the donor. This Cry1AB, in fact, the gene of concern, as alleged by Center for Climate Change, is the Cry1AB. Which organism is the donor? And the donor here is Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a soil-borne bacteria. And anybody can Google Bacillus thuringiensis, and one can get information about it. That provided the CRY1AB gene. So they will look at the gene. Is the gene toxic? Now, the CRY1AB is only toxic to Diptera insects. Insects with two wings. Now, it's not toxic to human beings. It's not, mammals. Let's put it. It's not toxic to mammals. It's not toxic to birds. It's not toxic to reptiles. It's not toxic to fish, except Diptera insects. So the target here is the Maruca insect, which the cowpea has been modified to resist. And then they looked at the mode of transmission. Here, the gene was transmitted through Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
So are you saying that the allegation that you are allowing a produce that contains CRY1A toxin of 22 microgram per gram is not really true, or is not harmful to us if we consume it? Is that what you're saying?
No, it is not at all. They don't understand. Their issue is that they don't understand the science behind. Now, you can easily Google effects of CRY1AB, CRY1A. It's available. And it is only toxic to Diptera insects. And here the target is Maruca insect. It is not toxic to any mammal. It is not toxic to any bird. It is not toxic to any fish. It is not toxic to any reptile. So that allegation is far from the truth. But let me continue. And so after the Gazette, we received comments from the public. I'll talk about it. And then we did, the NBA did socio-economic consideration. They want to release the cowpea. So what's the benefit socio-economically? Is it going to give us more results? We realized that farmers spray cowpea about 8 times in order to control the Maruca insects, introducing more chemicals into the environment. But when they plant the BT cowpea, they spray twice, saving the environment 6 rounds of spraying. And so in that sense, it is environmentally friendly. And then the farmers are not also exposed to chemicals. And then health-wise, because they are not exposed to chemicals, their health is sustained or preserved. And so, and because the insects is controlled that way, they are going to get better yields. And therefore, we'll be able to put more money into their pockets. That's the socioeconomic side of it. Now, so when all this is done, then the board, which is the decision-making body, sit on it, and they did sit. And when the board sits to make decisions, these are the things they look at.
Okay.
One, the information the applicant provided.
So it means that when the board was satisfied with when the board was satisfied with all of this information, then the permission was granted for it to be released. Is that the understanding?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Exactly. Now.
Okay. So if I understand, it means that now this will be released onto the market in commercial quantity, right?
No. That bit is not there yet. The
Okay.
NBA has approved the safety of the gene.
Okay.
That the gene is safe. Now, the applicant needs to go to the Varietal Release Committee under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. That is another level of the scrutiny. To look at it as a new variety that is going to be released into the country. That is an independent committee working outside the National Biosafety Authority. Okay. They have passed the first hurdle.
Okay.
The Varietal Release Committee is going to look at it. Is after the Varietal Release Committee has approved that it can be released into the environment.
Okay, I'm grateful to you I'm grateful, sir, that you found time to join us today to help us understand what the processes are. So that Mr. Ameni Okore, who is the CEO of the Biosafety Authority.